So my character is Nathaniel Walker. He's a Marine CID and current high-ranking officer in DoD, which is the Department of Defense for people that may not know. He's a bit of the comedic center for the series, particularly when looking at him in contrast to Sullivan Lane, which is his best friend. He's Sullivan Lane's best friend. So particularly in the beginning and also throughout the rest of the series, they have a very close relationship, and you see that relationship play out over time. And we kind of play against each other's yin and yang, if you will. I'm kind of the comedic center, like I said, and you get to really see a darker and also more serious tone to Sullivan. So Nate Walker is his complementary to the series, the one running around behind the scenes helping him achieve his own personal goals. What attracted me to Beyond Scope? Where do I start? Wow. First of all, it was an awesome action series idea, and the writing was key. For me, when I'm choosing any project I work on, the writing has to be centerpiece. If it's not, I will not do it. It's literally that simple for me. Writing is the driving force behind any good story. So having the characters, even though they are the face of the story, you gotta have strong characters that deliver the story. This role for me was very key in that, very special rather, in that, again, it was handpicked and kind of tailored for me, but it's also someone other than Rolando. So it was really important for me to find the differences between myself and Nate Walker. The challenges specifically were really playing a Marine. I mean, this is no easy task in terms of scope, no pun intended. You want to have a really, really strong character and someone that's believable and real, but also someone that is just entertaining enough for film and television, so on and so forth. So you need to have somebody that's real, a real human being. Nate Walker's a real human being, right? So in order to do that, to bring that to the camera, that was the biggest challenge for me. So I'm doing a lot of research in the past. I have done a lot of research in the past. I'm doing a lot of research currently. Even thinking about it now gets me excited. It's just a lot to deal with. But also, there were challenges in dealing with the character being a Marine, but also being a high-ranking agent in some regards within the government, and seeing how those two worlds, the military and the government, kind of flow between each other. It's really, really interesting. It's quite a rabbit hole to go down. What I do to prepare for Nate Walker. I like to have I like to have sessions, creative sessions, that are very similar to meditation. In fact, in a lot of regards, they are meditation for me. What I do within that period, so I'll set my house, I'll make sure there's a nice energy in my home, or wherever I'm studying at the time, or I'm going into the character and doing the research. I'll take whatever source material that I'm using to research for a specific character, and then I'll kind of compile it. Once I compile it, I'll meditate with it, and then I'll do a lot of visualization. So essentially, I'm going over in my mind how the character moves, how the character relates to other people that are close to them, that are not close to them, how it relates to basic, even mundane situations. Like, okay, how is Nate Walker go to the grocery store? Like literally simple things like that. But how does this human being carry himself in an environment like other human beings? And then I reflect on different personality cues, individual things that are personal to that character, and try to meld them, blend them together. And then the final step is bringing it into practice. I'm one of those wild, crazy guys that'll go out to random places in public and be Nate Walker randomly, just to see how it goes, just to test the water. But it's important, I think, to have real world feedback so that you can, again, make a real character. No one is going to, nor wants to, sit through any type of entertainment or film or television or show or whatever and have to deal with a character that's not real. Man, my favorite scenes to shoot for the show. Oh man, this is actually kind of difficult. There were so many fun scenes to shoot for this project, it was kind of startling. I'm not gonna lie. For as difficult as some of the obstacles that came up during the filming have been, and I like to promote that part because I feel that that is a testament to hard work, having the right people, cast and crew, shout out to the crew, but also having a good team. My favorite one would probably be the bar scene. And for me, it's the bar scene because there was a heightened amount of pressure on it. Because for shooting, I personally was part of choreographing it on the fly, but I was also special. It was also special to me because it was kind of a culmination of all of the training that everybody had put into up until that point physically. We did a lot of training behind the scenes. We shooting a crazy wild scene in the middle of a bar, and then having people in the bar watching you and having to crunch it all into a small time frame. It was crazy. It was a lot of controlled chaos. Winner favorite behind the scenes moment was waterboarding Lewis. Shout out to Lewis, one of the actors in Beyond Scope, I believe Agent Torres. Man, you're a rock, bro. You do your thing. Shout out. Because you went through it and it was cold. So that wasn't fun, I can imagine for him, but he handled business. That was another moment for me that stood out, that really kind of showcased the power of the team that we have behind the scenes. And for me, that was another key moment in recognizing that this project, we have some real wheels, we have some real legs with Beyond Scope. So everybody is watching some type of show. Everybody's watching something. A lot of people out there watching the Games of Thrones and the Sons of Anarchies and the shows go on and on. This might be the golden age of film and television. It might really be. Well, television maybe. But I think this is a key time. The thirst for really, really cool cinema is out there. And we get a chance to make it happen. We get a chance to make it. So I see this show going very, very far, especially considering the talent we have, and also the talent we have in front of the camera and also behind the camera. We have amazing crew, and everybody gels together. And again, I don't want to hammer too much on it, but I think it's understated. You need to have the right people in your camp. It's that simple. You do that and you'll go far, and we have. So.